Good afternoon, everyone. We begin 10 minutes of nonstop news with a developing story. The man charged in the killing of Trayvon Martin is back behind bars this morning after a Florida judge revoked his bond for lying to the court about their finances. ABC's Matt Gutman has covered this case from the start, and he's back in Sanford, Florida.
Back to jail on Friday. Matt Gutman, ABC News, Sanford, Florida.
Zimmerman's lawyer says he'll ask the judge to grant bail again, but if that doesn't happen, Zimmerman could stay behind bars for up to 2 years, waiting for his trial to start. And the Wall Street Journal is reporting Facebook may lift this ban on kids under 13. The social media site, according to the Wall Street Journal, is developing special new features for kids pages. The technology will allow parents to control who their kids friend and what applications they can use. However, many kids lie about their ages in order to get access. And in other news, it's the most delicious event in Gainesville, where 3 top chefs go neck and neck and neck, and dozens of restaurants bringing in their best. Home Magazine put on its 3rd annual Taste of Home event. It benefited 3 local charities: the Child Advocacy Center, the Children's Home Society, and Tyler's Hope for Dystonia Cure. Tickets were $75 apiece, and guests got to enjoy food, music, and a cooking competition. One of the competitors says the event was all to raise money for the kids.
Just to make people more aware, so people come here. It is heavily involved with the food, but realistically, it's about the charity.
Restaurants served their food at one of the 7 big city-themed rooms, and the winner of this year's challenge was Britton Dumas from Embers Wood Grill, who also won last year's competition. And now it's time to take our first look at the weather with our Mike Potter. Mike, kids are out from school. Beautiful day to go outside and enjoy.
Good day for that. Yes. Too bad we're inside right now, but that's okay. I mean, it's getting pretty hot out there. You know, it was pretty hot over the weekend.
It was.
And at least, you know, it was rain-free for a change. So we had probably about 6-7 days where we had rain somewhere or another, you know, last week. About that, of course, the days ahead, and the rain chances changing for us.
Oh.
Have an update on that.
Good to
in a
know.
few minutes.
All right. Thanks, Mike. WCJB TV 20 has an important message for all DirecTV subscribers in Alachua, Dixie, Levy, Gilchrist counties. Effective at midnight tonight, WCJB TV will no longer be a part of the DirecTV lineup. After several weeks of negotiations, we have been unable to reach a mutually acceptable agreement. WCJB TV 20 will continue to be carried on all other cable and satellite providers, as well as free over-the-air on channel 20.1. And the U.S. economy saw its 3rd straight month of job growth in May. But the problem isn't just the U.S. high-flying economies in China. ABC's Karen Travers reports India and Brazil are also slowing.
Wouldn't be any better. Karen Travers, ABC News, Washington.
The Dow Jones Industrial Average opened at its lowest level since December after a 275-point sell-off on Friday. And last month, we reported on a credit union scam, and it seems the problem has made its way to other banks. The text that says your Southern Commerce bank card has been deactivated, and to reactivate it, you have to go to the website. The report says it's a scam, and you should not pursue going to the website. And from Carnival to its miles of beaches, it's one of the most colorful cultures in South America. And a group of local Brazilians are set on keeping their culture alive here in North Central Florida. A program titled Storytellers of Gainesville in Portuguese held an event this weekend at the Alachua County Library Millhopper branch. It introduced the Portuguese language and Brazilian culture to children through storytelling of Brazilian folklore and celebrating important Brazilian holidays like the event Festa Junina.
Our main goal here is to introduce a little bit of the Brazilian culture and customs and get the community to get involved.
We invite all the Brazilians that we know, and they bring their kids, and we try to celebrate the special dates that we have in Brazil.
Portuguese is the only language spoken during the activities to the children. And we also learned a new word, oi, which means hello in Portuguese. And happening around Florida, a father will remain behind bars on a first-degree murder charge in the death of his baby boy. 24-year-old Janice Santil was ordered held without bond in a Broward County courtroom on Saturday. Santil is accused of kidnapping his son Hosea on Thursday, then killing him and hiding the boy's body in a trunk. The baby was found yesterday. Santil is also facing charges of carjacking, kidnapping, robbery, and battery. And Nigeria's president has declared 3 days of national mourning after a commercial airliner crashed yesterday, killing everyone on board. The domestic airliner was flying from the country's capital when it went down in a densely populated neighborhood, killing all 153 people on board and others on the ground. Rescue officials have not been able to determine how many people on the ground may have been killed, and the cause of the crash has not yet been determined. A deadly shootout in southwest Gainesville leaves one man dead. TV20's Yadima Farinas was at the scene and says the suspect shot at his ex-girlfriend and then at police.
Just heard gunshots, and I thought they were just like firecrackers.
Colson was transported to Shands Hospital and is facing non-life-threatening injuries. And luckily, gas prices have fallen, but that doesn't mean they're as cheap as they should be. Well, Stacey Johnson has an explanation why. Welcome back. Although gas prices are down from their peak in March, they're still unfortunately and uncomfortably high. And what's worse is that they shouldn't be. Well, thanks to some new discoveries and technologies, U.S. oil production is up. And from factors ranging from a weak economy to conservation oil, consumption is down. But prices should be lower. And why aren't they? Well, Money reporter Stacey Johnson is here to explain. Wow, a lot of numbers. Meteorologist Mike Prado will have your forecast when we come back on the only local news at noon. Stick with us.